What's going on, guys? Are you in the market for an ice fishing reel, but you don't want to spend like big bucks? You'd rather spend like $17 on Amazon? Well, this video is for you. Alright guys, I just want to jump in the front of this video real quick and say that YouTube changed their notification policy just a little bit. Only a certain amount of my subscribers are getting notified of when I actually post content. So do me a favor, go to the notification bell, click on it, hit all notifications. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the video. Alrighty guys, so you probably just bought a brand new ice fishing rod, or you went out and bought a package and the reel in the package that you got isn't up to par, or you just want to match a really nice rod with a really nice reel, or you just want to get a nice reel at a good price. That's what happened to me. I ended up buying a new rod and I needed a reel for it. So one of the first places that I checked was Amazon. I usually pick up a sweet deal at like Shields or Cabela's or somewhere, but I kind of needed a reel quick and fast. And I knew that Shields and Walmart and all those other places really didn't have the reel that I was looking for at the price range that I wanted it, of course. So what did I do? I went to Amazon, started shopping around, and I found a few great deals. This video is going to be based on the Magreel. It's a 5:1 gear ratio reel. It's a little ice fishing reel off Amazon. It's $17.99. I'll show you the little package here. This is the reel. Overexposed. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Magreel. Ice fishing reel. This is a 5:1 gear ratio. It's 5+1 ball bearing, so it's a 6 ball bearing reel. And it holds a decent amount of line. That was one thing with these ice reels that I needed personally, was I needed a small reel, compact reel, but holds lots of line. So that's one thing about this reel that I liked. Also the fact that it's 6 ball bearings. Pretty good. Some of the Abu Garcias, the Shields reels, they're all 3 ball bearings, and they're just not smooth as I would like a Fluger reel to be. But yeah, so that's the reel for today's review. We're going to talk about it. It's a sweet little reel, $17.99 on Amazon. This is the Magreel right here. It's black and blue. It kind of matches my Shields Tournament Series rod, the 21-inch. I actually have some blue Suffix 832 line on there. Pretty badass little combo. And like I said, for $17, you guys, it's a sick little reel. I'm not gonna lie. Compared to like a $50 Fluger or any of that stuff. It really is a dynamite little ice fishing reel. This reel was pretty much specifically made for ice fishing. Just like the other one that I'm gonna do a review on later. But as you can tell, it's got a cantered bail, which helps with shorter rods. With the bucking of the tip and all that good stuff. It does help a little bit, but I don't see or notice a huge difference. If you were using a regular inline reel, I'm sure it would be all over the place. But I do see that it helps a little bit with the cantered bail. Also, it's got a huge handle on it. So if you're using gloves or whatever, I mean, the handle is massive. That's one thing that I kind of needed, because I'm usually hole hopping, fishing with gloves on, that kind of thing. So yeah, we got black and blue, long handle, tilted bail, and the spool is also, how do I want to say it? It's not designed for like total freeze proof, but there's not as many holes in it as like a Fluger reel. See how the bail has like lots of holes and stuff? Water actually gets in there and freezes the reel on the inside. So this reel kind of has a limited amount of holes in it, which is kind of nice. I was hole hopping a bunch with this reel, and it didn't freeze up hardly at all. This reel also has the automatic anti-reverse, so when you go to hook set, there's not going to be any backlash from the bail swinging back around. This is a really nice little reel, sturdy, stable. It feels good in the hand. It feels solid. The handle is composite. The majority of the body is composite, but that's not a big deal. It kind of lightens the load a little bit. It is a pretty durable little reel, though. I'm not going to lie. Let's do a little drag test. This is one thing that really kind of fascinates me with especially cheap reels, is the drag test. You want a good drag, right? For instance, I'll show you a good drag on a Fluger reel. This is my Fluger size 20 that you guys are very familiar with. And I'm just going to do a quick little drag test with this reel to show you what a good reel, what a good drag looks and sounds like. Okay. This reel is pretty much how it would be if I was ice fishing, right? I might even tighten it up just a little bit. Just click, click. Oh, I got myself hooked. Go figure, right? So this drag is pretty much where it would be if I was ice fishing, right? Right, that's pretty good drag, pretty good drag. Hooked in a big fish, big catfish, that would be a good drag, right? Here's the drag test. All we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this rod straight out as I break the tip of the rod, and we're just gonna wait for this reel to start zipping drag. And what we're looking for is a nice smooth drag. You don't want your drag to zip. You want a nice smooth. That's what you're looking for in a reel. So when I buy cheap reels, ice fishing reels, you got to kind of understand that the drag isn't going to be Fluger drag. I mean, Fluger drag is the best out there almost, unless you spend some money on like a Shimano or an Abu Garcia. But here's the drag test, just to show you guys what a good reel looks like. All I'm going to do is just hold this rod straight out and then pull down, and we're just going to wait for this drag to start going. Ready? Here we go. See how that is just smooth as hell? And it didn't jump at all? Let me get this autofocus right here. Yeah, super smooth, and it didn't jump. It slowly races. It doesn't slowly race. It slowly starts just spinning the spool, slowly and slowly. There's no zip. There's no jump at all. Let's do it again. All I'm doing is just pulling this straight down. Right? Really smooth little drag. This reel retails for like 50 bucks. And if you have the money, well, go ahead for it. But if you're like me and buy, a couple new ice rods and you got to make 50 bucks last for like 2 reels, well, then you got to make some budget cuts, right? So now we're going to do the drag test on the mag reel, just to show you guys the difference on a $17 reel compared to a high quality Fluger reel. I don't want to name drop Fluger, but it's what I fish, 100%. Now this test might surprise a couple of you guys, but it is what it is. Like I said, drag is a big thing, especially with these cheap reels. Now we're going to do the drag test with this rod. It's a very similar thing. It just takes the rod to its threshold and then zips the drag. Let's do it. Once again, this drag is where I would have it if I was ice fishing. Right? That's pretty good. Maybe even tighten up one. But you're going to want that drag to zip if you catch a fish. This is my panfish setup, okay? So once again, we're going to start slow, and what we're looking for is the start of the drag. When the drag starts zipping, that's the key feature here. That's what's going to do the tall tale sign of a good or bad drag system, is the first couple clicks, whether it zips or whether it's smooth. Alrighty, so once again, we're going to take this right here off the tip, rod straight out like we were fighting a fish, and we're just going to pressure it down and watch that drag. See how that zips? It's not smooth at all. It probably clicks 4 or 5 times just to start, whereas the Fluger would click 1 at a time. This is, right? That's the zip that I'm talking about, between a cheap and a nice reel. Let's do it again. I'm going to even tighten it down just a little bit. Just one more click. And so you guys can really tell. I'm just going to reel that up a little bit. So right at the tip. This is just coming straight down. Nice little drag test. But yeah, I mean, that's the telltale sign right there. This reel is a good reel, but it's not going to be the quality of a nice reel. That difference right there is only going to make a huge difference when you hook into a big fish. I have a clip here on a catfish that I caught with a bad reel. Come on, Cody.
That's a pike, yeah.
Gotta be. That fucking reel sucks, dude.
That's a good.
Oh my goodness, Bice. Oh my goodness, Bice. Oh my goodness, Bice. That clip is a good example of a reel that's just skipping, right? That's a cheap reel though, and it really only matters when you catch a big fish. If you're catching just panfish, little perch, it's not going to make a huge difference. But like if you hook into a big northern or a catfish or something that starts zipping line, well, that's going to be when that kind of comes into play. You can lose fish like that. They can torque it off. They can you know, just find a way to get loose that way. It only gives them a chance to get away is what I'm saying. On. Just ran up and crushed that, dude. But when you're shopping for cheap reels, drag is a big thing. Other than that, this reel is a dynamite little reel. I saw Cody reeling a couple big northerns with it on his little panfish setup, and it performed pretty well. I'm not going to say it's the greatest thing out there because it's $17, but it's going to get you by. Most people only ice fish a couple times a year, so the value on this reel is very high. That's all I'm going to say about it. Definitely not like one you're going to want to fight, you know, some lake trout on or nothing like that. You're definitely going to want to upgrade your reel for that. But if you're catching, you know, perch, crappies, smaller trout, this reel is going to work great for you guys. There's no real folding handle on it like the other models have, but it is what it is. You just unscrew the screw and then the handle folds in. So if you're traveling, you can still compact it a little bit. That's about it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. The Montana Ice Tour number 4 will be premiering on March 25th. Mark it in your calendars, guys. It's going to be good. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. We'll see you later.